I've had my frustrations with Deontay Wilder, right? For many, many videos. And believe it or not, I am a fan of Deontay Wilder. I'm just a realist. I'm not a mindless zombie fan like the beta male groupies that he has in his flock, right? And it's apparent that he only wants yes men in his camp. Like I said in my last video, talking about the official firing of Mark Breland, right? And learning that Mark Breland is fired, he's not bringing anybody outside of the camp, right? He's basically keeping everybody in house and elevating, keeping JDs and elevating another trainer by the name of Malik Scott, the same guy who got knocked out by Wynn when they fought several years back. Right, everybody knew that fight was tossed, was a thrown fight, but he got knocked out literally by Wynn, Malik Scott. Right, and the combination of Malik Scott and the combination of JD's, right? It's not like, especially JD's. It's not like JD's is some sought after trainer. He's not a sought after trainer. Nobody respects JD's outside of the folks in his gym. But nobody is calling for JD's and like asking him for advice and stuff like that. All he is a feel good yes man for Deontay Wilder. Makes Deontay Wilder feel good. That's it, right? It just makes him feel good, and that's what Deontay Wilder wants in his camp. People that make him feel good, right? Like getting knocked out by Wynn, by Malik Scott. That makes Deontay Wilder feel good. So, the combination of both Deontay Wilder and Malik Scott is Dumb and Dumber. Part 3. If there was a third movie, that would be Malik Scott and that would be JD's. Dumb and Dumber. Which pretty much solidifies that no matter who, because I'm reading the all the updates of the fight. They're saying the fight is on. They're saying the fight is off. Tyson Fury wants to fight somebody else in December. All kinds of stuff. Regardless of who Deontay Wilder fights, he pretty much has no shot. No shot. Period. You know what I'm saying? Again, like a puncher's chin, which is right hand. And apparently he hasn't really been training because of the fact that he's still rehabbing his injury. His torn, bicep. I had a knee injury a month ago today. Right? Dislocated patella, my left knee. You know what I'm saying? I'm still recovering from it, but I'm mobile now. I can still walk around. I can do certain workouts. I'm not 100%, you know what I'm saying? Because it takes 6 to 8 weeks to recover. I'm on my 6th week. I got 2 weeks to go. Then I'll follow up with the doctor after my 8th week and see where we go from there. Right? But as far as his injury, I don't know what he's been injured since February. Like, I'm almost fully recovered after 1 month. I got 2 weeks to go until I can go back to the doctor and they look at my knee and say, hey, you got to do this, whatever. But since February, really? Like, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to say that you're still rehabbing and you can't train. But regardless of that, again, you got Dumb and Dumber training you, basically yes men in your camp. The fact that you're 34 going on 35, the fact that you've been fighting one way pretty much your entire life, the fact that muscle memory is a bitch because of the fact that even if you brought somebody in that was new in your camp, it is damn near impossible for you to learn something new if you're willing to accept it and receive it, right? Be receptive of that new information, learn that new technique and incorporate it into your style. But again, muscle memory is a bitch because once shit goes left, fighting Tyson Fury the way he fought you, he'll go back to the style he knew, right? Because all that shit goes out the window. Let's say he learns how to slip punches and throw combinations because he doesn't know how to do that shit. Let's say he learns how to fight off the back foot, right? Let's say he knows how to do throw pull counters. he may, use that shit for about 30 seconds, and then he'll go back to what he normally used to. You know, two left feet fighting backwards. He can't fight backwards. He's not an in range fighter, not an inside fighter, right? Doesn't even know how to properly clinch. Yeah. Um. So he'll be basically a deer in headlights again. You know, trying to find a room to throw that right hand, looking silly doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, um, it's this is no hope for Deontay Wilder. No hope for Deontay Wilder and his delusional fans. You know what I'm saying? Again, I am a realist, a fan of Deontay Wilder. I'm a realist. But the fact that you got Malik Scott and Deas in your corner, you got no shot beating anybody. I don't care who it is. Well, actually, I do care who it is. It depends. Any of the top heavyweights, Joshua, Fury, um, shit. I may even put Dillian White in, even though he got knocked out. He can't lully defensively against guys with knockout power. If he doesn't lully himself like he did against Povetkin, he out there. But I pretty much a 50-50 fight between him and Dillian White. But I don't see him being Usyk. Um, who else? Shit, he'll get knocked out by Tony Yoka, one of the prospects, man. He's a great prospect out in the UK. Yoka would knock out Deontay Wilder. Period. He'll knock him out. Um, yeah, man. Just off the top of my head, I just really don't see you really beating at least the top three heavyweights. At least the top three. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you a 50-50 shot against Dillian White. Povetkin, I can see you stopping Povetkin because you know how to that height and reach between Wilder and Povetkin. He'll fight long and just catch Povetkin coming in with the right hand. I see that. But as far as just ring IQ and being able to adjust and adapt to certain situations, yeah, Deontay Wilder has an IQ of a doorknob in the ring. Period. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's the gist of it, man. Deontay Wilder is again, he's been pretty much AWOL as far as we're not hearing from him as much as we should, and if we do hear from him, it's by his co-manager, Shelly Finkel, who always speaks on his behalf. Shelly Finkel always speaks on Deontay Wilder's half. Right? Always. Matter of fact, Shelly Finkel tells Deontay Wilder what to say and what not to say. That's how much power he has over Deontay Wilder. Right? He always has to speak. And you could go back 2 years ago during the Anthony Joshua Deontay Wilder deal. That deal presented by DAZN. And they had a press conference, right? What was it? I forgot. New York, I believe. And Shelly Finkel interrupted Deontay Wilder and started speaking on his behalf, like, just basically a modern day slave master for Deontay Wilder, the same guy who says, "Till this day," right? You know what I'm saying? He don't know what he's saying. He has a very low IQ. It is what it is, man. So again, I don't have no hope for Deontay Wilder, whether he fights Tyson Fury or not. No hope for him at all. Period. It's just all downhill. All downhill. So it is what it is, family. Those are my thoughts on that GMOG Sports TV, family. You already know what it is. Signing out. Peace.